What's up everyone, I'm On2 here with another video. If you don't know, I bought these Supermoto rims last year on Alibaba. They cost me only 500 bucks. They are completely blue, anodized, and they also say XL rims. So they really look original, but there are some things that make them being so cheap, such as being made on a factory in China. I swear that I'm talking the truth. These rims, full blue, front and back rim, both of them were 400 euros. The conversion kit brings the front brake disc, a back brake disc, the caliper for the front brake right here, and also a 45 teeth sprocket with a matching color with the rim. Just keep in mind that you are paying less than half of the price of some original rims, so you can't expect to have the same quality, customer support and everything else that you are paying on a bigger brand. Talking about really good brands, there is a rim brand in Portugal called Supermoto rims. You really should check them out because they are amazing. They have awesome rims, awesome prices, an amazing customer support. I'll leave their Instagram on the description so you can see their work and maybe chat with them and get your Supermoto rims. The original XL rims cost more or less 1.2 thousand euros. You can't expect that these Alibaba rims are the same as the originals. They might be, but you can't expect that. I'll split this video in 3 different parts. First of all will be the visual aspects. I will be rating these rims 1 out of 10 visually, cosmetic way. The second will be the durability, and the third one will be my personal opinion about these rims and about all the process that I've been through to get them from Alibaba into Portugal. If you follow me on Instagram, you have seen these rims a bunch of times, and if you don't, make sure to go and follow me on Instagram, because in there I post basically daily. It will be much easier to chat and to interact with me than in here on YouTube. Also make sure to subscribe and like this video because 2026 is going to be a big year. I'll be posting every single week, but now let's get to the review. As I said, I'll be splitting this in 3 different parts, being the first one a cosmetic rating. I ordered these rims and the conversion kit both in blue. I got the blue rims, black spokes and blue cube. They fit really well on the bike. I didn't have any issues on putting them on the bike. It was really straightforward, and that's one thing that I wasn't expecting, because when you buy something from Alibaba you might get it for your specific bike or your specific car. Since it's a product from China, you are not expecting to have it in perfect conditions. These rims are anodized, so if you get them and if you wanna wash your bike and you go to those self-service car washes, don't use any chemical. That rim chemical that they have, that will ruin your rim finish. Now I have the rims for 6 months and I've put them on and out of the bike a few times because I also did enduro on this bike. I have a video in here. If you want to check it out, go check it on my channel. And the first thing that I need to point is that they get dirty really easily. The anodized, it's a really bright finish, and if they get a little bit of water, they get a little bit of dirt, they get really dirty and it's really painful to be riding with them all the time. So to wash them, only use water, soap, and maybe if you want some brake cleaner, because it's amazing to clean stuff and all that dirtiness that gets on the rim. But I've had a little problem. I've scratched the rims a few times and they get scratched really easily. If the rim gets hit by a rock or if you bump the rim on some iron thing or on some bolt on your bike, they will get scratches. I have a few of them on my back rim because when I was putting the rim back it slammed on a few bolts. That was really painful. Well, my rims are absolutely dirty, and if I just put my finger in here, if I just do this, you can already see the difference between just a little bit of dust and without anything. The rims are really shiny and they are actually really good. The engravings on the rim are laser. This is not some kind of sticker, so if you scratch them they will not get off. It's a really good finish, but if it gets dirty, well, you can definitely see that that's dirty. This is a scratch on the rim. If you get the black rims, these little scratches will be noticeable. You will see this scratch really easy. Putting everything on a table, I think I can give these rims, in terms of cosmetic, a real 8 out of 10, because I'm not giving this because the rims get dirty. I'm giving this because the laser logo and the scratches are really noticeable. The original brand make the logos yellow, so they being white, it's cool and it's really pretty, don't get me wrong, but when they get dirty it's really bad. And they get scratches really easily, so that's also a downside. Now speaking in terms of durability, I've been riding with these rims for 6 months. I've been doing wheelies, I've been doing some jumps. I don't see any bent spoke. All spokes are intact. The rim, it's not bent. Don't have any dents. The cube is also not broken. I can't see any sign of damage. So far so good. I don't do insane jumps like the Supermoto videos you probably see online, with people jumping like 3-4 meters high and just hitting the floor, to say that these rims are actually a lot durable. I also never took this bike for a track day, but that's not going to influence that much. These rims are also a little bit heavier than the original ones. The full package with 2 rims and the conversion kit with 16 or 18 kilograms, I'm not really sure, and I've been told that the original rims are a little bit lighter, so that's another thing that differentiates these rims from the original ones. I give these rims an 8 out of 10 because I don't feel like I've pushed them hard enough to really test their durability, but for casual riding, some wheelies, some jumps, nothing too big, they are amazing. But I think the real reason why you are here is because you wanna know how to order them. And what did I get through to order them? Well, I started to chat with the factory on Alibaba, and the customer support was actually not that bad. It was the fuse time difference. I was talking to them, it was day in here, and they are answering me, it was night in there. So the chat took a really long time to get somewhere. I asked them a lot of questions, which they responded to me. I asked them size, the cube size, if they can send me a diagram with the sizes and the measurements and everything. I asked for pictures of the colors. I asked them what colors they had, if they had rims to my bike. They gave me prices, they gave me everything that I asked for. They offered me a little discount. They also engraved the XL logos for me, which I think that made a really big difference on these rims. And if you are trying to buy these rims and also want a logo engraved, I should not be saying this. If you want to, you can try to resell them like they are originals, although that's not really a cool thing for you to do. The customer experience was not that bad. It was always in English, although Alibaba does have a translation system if you only want to speak in Portuguese with them, or if you want to speak another language, and maybe they will respond in Chinese. That happened a few times, but Alibaba has that tool, so the language barrier is not a thing in there. The only bad part on getting these rims was actually the shipping time and the price that I paid for the shipping, because the rims plus the conversion kit were $400 and I paid $100 more of shipping, which for me it was really insane. The rims took more or less 2.5 months to arrive, because it took almost 1 month for them to get manufactured, and then another 30 business days for them to arrive at my house, which was a really pain because I've paid 500 euros for a Chinese company on Alibaba, and I won't know if I will even receive the product, although Alibaba also have those measures for when you don't get a product or when you get scammed. But it's really hard to pay the 500 euros and lose those 500 euros without knowing that if you are going to receive something, if that something is going actually to be good, because as I said, you are paying less price for rims. Rims are more or less 1000 euros and I'm paying 400 euros for rims and a conversion kit. That sounds like a dream. I took that risk because it was a really good price for rims, and if I don't try it, who else would? And if I don't try it, who else will try? Obviously, you can have some problems with the shipping, with the packages, with the rims. There might be an error on the manufacturing of the rims, and I believe that they don't have such a good quality control as the original rims have. So if you want, you can take that risk. If you don't, you can just pay a little bit more and make sure you are buying rims from a known brand like XL, SM Pro, Sacratos, Falcon rims, you name it. They all have similar prices. SM Pro and XL rims are a way higher quality. Falcon, Sacratos rims and a lot of others are more or less in the same quality level, and you can actually find some different price ranges in there. So that's up to you. You choose if you want to take the risk and get the Alibaba rims. This was my honest 6-month review about them. They are great, they get a lot dirtier and it's actually not that easy to clean them because water sometimes don't do the job and you need a little bit more effort, maybe some brake cleaner, maybe something else, another product. Nothing acid, because you will ruin your anodized finish on the rims and we don't want that. We pay really expensive for the rims, we want them perfect, we don't need scratches in them, we don't need dents, we don't need fucked up spokes. We need the rims perfect. This was my 6-month honest review about the 500 Alibaba Supermoto rims that actually say XL rims. You saw the rims. This was filmed on an iPhone 15 Pro on a sunny day, so that you can compare more or less the color on the rim. I will not do any type of color grading on this because you need to see what is the truth, and the truth is that they are a lot dirty, but when I just passed my finger on them, they got really shiny, and that's how we like them. Like the video, subscribe the channel to have more news, because as I said, 2026 is going to be a freaking good year. Also follow me on my social medias, Instagram, TikTok. Right there you can see a lot of me and you can have a lot more contact. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will try to answer them all. If I don't respond to your comment, please go shoot me a DM on Instagram. I have all the pleasure to answer you there. I'm doing this video because I got a lot of questions about them and a lot of people want to see these rims and maybe want to buy them, but not everyone can trust 500 euros to a Chinese company and then wait for almost 3 months for the rims to arrive. I hope you like it and I see you on the next video.